Micky, first of all, just some team news ahead of the Halifax game. Steve McNulty, first of all, how's he bearing?
Yeah, he's okay. He just didn't feel too good at half time in the game. He's an honest big fella, so we're grateful that he's not put the team's performance in jeopardy by playing on ill. So he's been honest and let us know, and we made the necessary substitution and thankfully got a result in the end.
Disappointment Saturday, but do you feel that Tuesday night the team showed their true colours? I mean, you're quite right, you were disappointed not to win the game.
Yeah, I think Saturday, obviously disappointed to be a goal up away from home and so much in control, and then to sort of let that control go by not doing the things that we're doing in the first half is always the question which fans and managers will ask each other, players as well. Tuesday, I thought it was a good game of football, very keenly contested, and we certainly played a massive part in that. And probably would have to say that we were disappointed that we never get the win, especially the chances that we carved out. But we keep going, we stay positive, we keep creating any chances, and we're sure, as they have been recently, but we just have to continue to create them and put them away.
It was a very spirited second half performance on Tuesday, a mixture of great grit and determination in the second half. I was very pleased with that.
Yeah, but as I said at the end of the game, they have given us that many times over the season, and we haven't had what we would believe would be the necessary reward for it. So they'll always give a right good go, and we'll always fight the corner. Maybe the wee bits of quality that's needed to finish off some of the chances we've created hasn't been there at times, but they'll always fight and run hard and try and get a result for the football club.
Is that still a worry for you, making front of goal, not taking the chances?
I don't think it's a worry. I think it's more of a frustration really, because we work with them day in, day out, we know what they're capable of. I don't want to make a big issue of it, but I think we could point to, even if we only take 3 of the opportunities of the many that we've had, how important it is to take any of them, because if you sort of go back and point to taking an opportunity or any of the opportunities at a certain time, how different things would have been. But it's in some ways to know that we are creating sort of makes you a wee bit more comfortable with it, because you know that eventually with the quality of the players that are getting the chances that we are going to take them, we have to be clinical. I think we've been very clinical in the past. We have to really take care and finish the opportunities off, and you'll see us climb that table.
So another big game this weekend. What's your assessment of Halifax?
Another big game, obviously, and played them very recently. They gave us a tough game. You know that we, as always, we have to do the things that we know very well. I'm going to sound like a stock record, but that's the way that I see football. You have to do the things that the game asks you, and you have to do them very well. You have to do them better than Halifax, both with and without the ball. We know that it's going to be a tough game because all the games in this league are tough. We're obviously Tranmere and everybody comes, and it's a big game for pretty much most of the league to come to Tranmere and play. So we've also got to overcome that, as we've seen even recently. So we've got to have the mentality that we know how to go and be patient when opportunities come, or when we create the opportunities, take them, and keep doing the things that we know that we're very capable of.
You spoke about perhaps the lack of clinicalness within the team. For all your strikers that you've got, is it rare to have so many strikers going through a difficult spell at the same time?
Yeah, but I don't just say it's them. I think that everybody in the team has had opportunities. You could go right through a lot of people, and I don't want to make a massive issue of it, but me as a manager, I've got to find ways of winning games of football and look at things that are not winning those games. That's what my job is, and then the players go out and perform. And if you were asking me the reasons why we haven't been winning more, I'd have to say, quite honestly, and not making excuses, quite honestly, in my opinion, not taking the chances when they came. And I would say that they weren't just chances that we would say you have to do well to finish. I'm talking about 1v1s with goalkeepers and the like, things like that. That, like I keep saying, because of backup players, the quality of players that are getting the opportunities, we should be taking them. So that's where I would say that the improvement needs to come. I think in terms of passing the ball and getting the ball back, which is basically what football is all about, and then what you do with that ball. I think we're creating chances. I think we're defending very well, as the stats will tell you. I think when we start to take the chances, you'll see it's clean that table.
You say about the defending, and only Dover, who are top, have conceded fewer goals than yourselves. It's had a bit bittersweet, really, because you're doing so well, yet obviously you're not in form at the other end.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Because usually when, as Dover have proved, if you're at the top end of the league, your defence is usually top as well. So I think again there tells you where lies the problem, or what we need to get better at. As a team, the only one you wouldn't expect to score is my goalkeeper, because everybody gets opportunities. So we can go and concentrate on that without putting too much pressure on people who are getting the chances, because that's what they say these days, don't put pressure on people, but we have got to take them. We have had too many now, and I think everybody's having enough now, haven't we? Let's see that what we want to be putting him away now and climbing that table, because that's where Tranmere belong, is challenging at the top end of it. We've certainly done enough in other parts of our games for us to absolutely say that we should be up there.
There'll be a 2-week break by the time you play Halifax between the two fixtures. 3-1 last time away in the FA Cup. Does that give you great confidence going into this game?
I don't know. I don't know if it gives you great confidence. I think what you all know is a little bit more about the team that you're playing against than others. I think that's what will give us. If you believe that the two games will have any bearing on each other, I think we would be wrong thinking that. I think every game's different. It's a different stage in the season, and it's for points. So we certainly know about them, but we certainly know that we have to go out there and play well. We know we have to run hard, we know we have to fight hard, and that's a bare minimum. So we go out there and we do that, we know that we have an opportunity to beat anybody in this division, but we've got to go and do that first without believing that we've done enough in the last game to give us a victory on Saturday.
Any phone calls to George Waring, any tips for the team?
We wouldn't do that. It's not really. I know that some people would, but we wouldn't do that way. We've got enough scouting systems and ways of finding out how teams play without putting people under pressure, thinking that we need to get any more. But listen, if we needed to ask George anything, I'm sure he would volunteer it, but we wouldn't do that to him. It's a bad position to put him in. He's obviously got a temporary new group of teammates that he's got to be honest with.
Nick, you've also seen in the past few weeks Mitch Duggan and Eddie Clark be brought into the team, who've had a fantastic impact on the league. You must be very pleased to see that you step up and be a part of the first team. Yeah,
I think if you rewound back interviews that we've had in the past, would have said that the youth team is a massive part of the recruitment process for Tranmere. It has to be. I've said in the past that if any of them were good enough, and we thought potentially we could bring them on by certain things that we do, training or bringing them in with the first team, that would speed them up and get them near that first team, we would be prepared to do that. And of course they have to have the right mentality to be able to handle it, first team football, and certainly even Gums, Hilly, Eddie, Mitch, all had the ingredients. And it's a lot of it's down to the players' mentality and the players prepared to work hard, listen, learn, to get ready for the opportunity, and then when the opportunity comes, take it. And I think we'd have to say that all the boys, the young boys that have gone in, have taken that opportunity and moved themselves to the next level. which is to put the first team players under pressure or help us cover for injuries and suspensions when called upon. I have no hesitation in sticking any of the 4 of them in, which is terrific for the football club. So we'll continue to keep trying to bring them on now, and we'll get to a stage now where the fight is on for it to try and stay in the team now and keep putting performances in that makes it difficult for me to leave them out. But we're certainly delighted with the 4 of them. The 4 of them are fantastic lads and love Tranmere, which is terrific to have that kind of mentality around about the football club. All football clubs are built on that kind of infrastructure that we'll work very hard on behind the scenes to try and create. So we have a number of players who we call potential now that we continue to work hard with and trying to keep improving first team.